Well, hello everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the stream. It is a lovely day outside. Nice and sunny, a little windy. Went and got some iced coffee today. Just got to laugh a little bit of that. Gonna do a little work today on a couple of things. One is, I think we're gonna work on the road on the other end of the world. We've been spending some time in the desert, and we're gonna move to the other side, work over there. And then there's something I'm gonna do in an upcoming episode, which is I wanna work on our armor. And we need a bunch of mending books. And so mending books we can get down in our swamp village. And so we'll probably run down to the swamp today. That's the plan anyway. I will probably stream for about an hour and a half. We're over here at the map library. And I think to start, let's move some of this stuff over to our pile of things that we have over here where we're going to build our storage facility. Let's see, let's actually make a chest. So yeah, we'll do that. What I got in there? Nothing good. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the membership there. I appreciate that. Just getting started. Let's see here. Okay, let's run down to the swamp first. So we're up here at the map library. We're gonna run all the way across the land, way down to the swamp. And on our way down there, we will stop by our farming district here. Where is it? Mingus. So we can get some leather from the cow farm. And that way we can make some books. And then we'll head down here and see if we can get about 4 mending books. Okay, let's head out before the sun starts to go down on us. Oh, of course, I have too much stuff. Do that. Let's do that. There we go. Come back, horse. You know, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. With the new update that's coming out this week, turns out, the Chasing the Skies with the Happy Ghast comes out on the 17th, which is exciting. Happy Ghasts, when you get off of them, they don't wander further than 30 blocks. And I think they need to bring that to the horses. Because, like, your horse just wants to, like split. And I don't get it. Horses should be a little more loyal, I think. All right, let's head to the cow farm so we can get a little bit of leather. So yeah, like I was saying, lovely day in my part of the world. I'm up in the kind of northwest corner of the United States. It's nice and sunny. Not quite summery. We had a couple of hot days last week, but it's still kind of, you know, windy, sunny, but cool. Tomorrow, I am going on my first camping trip of the year, which I'm pretty jazzed about. I'm going to a place, it's kind of up, kind of in the middle of nowhere, a little bit south of Mount Hood, called Detroit Lake. And I've visited the lake, but I've never camped there. So I think that'll be a fun experiment. And it's always fun to get the camping stuff back out and make sure everything still works and all that. Okay, horse. Don't go anywhere. That's my other gripe. When I tie a horse up and I have torches in my offhand, I don't need to place a torch. You know? Let's fix that too. Do I have leather? Not so much. Not so much. Do I have steak? Not cooked. No leather. Okay. Ah, cooked steak, my favorite. This is the XP farm that we built on the last episode. Works really well. I don't know if you remember, if you watched the episode, it had a little problem where some of the silverfish were getting stuck on the campfire. Turned out I had an extra piece of glass in here, and so that's why they couldn't get out. I don't really need to heal anything up right now, so well, maybe I could demonstrate real quick. So I made some splash potions of infestation. And then I can kind of just toss one down in here. And then start a fire. And then these guys will start making silverfish. So like if I want to heal up my pick, just do like so. Works pretty well. When I first built the farm, this was stone, and it was a little close, and the silverfish were actually able to get into it and start eating through it. So I had a little bit of a silverfish situation for a moment, but wood they don't really interact with, so this works way better. What's my age? My age, I'm 52, believe it or not. Been playing Minecraft forever. This is my second Let's Play world. My first one was pretty enormous, and I did it for a couple of years, and then decided I wanted to kind of scale back and go a little smaller. Like, still haven't been to the end. You know, I'm on episode 50 of my Let's Play, and still haven't been to the end, have barely been in the Nether, so still doing a lot of early game stuff. The focus has been mostly finding villages. So like this was a just normal village, and I kind of rebuilt it all. So this is all mostly farmers. And so I can come over here and trade from my pumpkin farm. And then, you know, get emeralds, that kind of thing. And there's a whole bunch of villages. But yeah, a little older than your typical Minecrafter. But yeah, I do an episode every week. It's not a server, unfortunately. I'm playing in Java, so it's just a single-player world. I have played on a Minecraft server before. It's super fun, but yeah, I don't currently have one. It's something I'd like to do. I think it'd be a fun thing. Okay, pick is healed up, so that worked really well. Let's turn off the campfire here. There we go. Is it nighttime yet? Not yet. Let's see if we can get a little bit of leather here. Yeah, okay, I just want to make sure I answered your question. I saw you ask again. I think there's about a 40-second, 30-second delay between when you chat and you get to hear the response. I used to stream in 1080 and it would respond quicker. You know, like I would talk and you'd hear it quicker. But it looked like crap. So I stream in 4K. Which I think looks way better, but there's a delay. All right, how many did we get? 20 leather. That's great. Leave these guys alone here. Where's the sun? The sun's going down. I could play on other servers. Yeah. Today I need to get some stuff done on this world, but I'm always considering joining like a streamer server, things like that. What do I need? I need paper? Do I have paper? Paper, 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 paper. Nice. Okay, I really only need about 4 books for my armor. Does anything else need mending? That's got mending, that's got mending. Mending, 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 mending. So yeah, I just need to make some decent armor. Okay, put this stuff away. Oh, that's brilliant. Yep, Todd Fine Diamond, Todd Happy. Oh, sun's going down. Okay, let me sleep real quick, and then we will head south and see if we can get some mending books. Okay, I'm gonna grab some emeralds. Trade with some of the farmers real quick. Chicken. Oh, hello. Pumpkins, emeralds. Pumpkins, emeralds. Thank you. Oh. Okay, trade with you. Didn't trade with you yet. Emeralds. Emeralds. Is that the same guy? That's the same guy. You, pumpkins. 36. I don't think that's enough. I haven't done the zombie trick yet, so the mending book guy is pretty expensive still. Let's grab some melons as well. Oh, you're in Turkey. Yeah, 12 p.m. So, well, it's probably, is it close to midnight in Turkey right now? Because right now it's about 2 p.m. In the afternoon, my time. So it's like lunchtime in my part of the world. Thank you. Oh, cat. Trade with this guy. Yeah, I usually stream about this time every week. I usually stream for about an hour and a half, just because I got to get some things done. It's my day off, so. Let's see. Trade with him, trade with him. Great. Oh, good morning, Auntie Nick. Welcome to the stream. Just getting started. Been talking to Tesla Was Taken about what time it is in Turkey. So now we got one person from Turkey, we got one person from Australia. So I think we got the whole globe pretty well covered. Okay, I've lost track of who I've traded with. Okay, thank you. Let's put this away. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to check and see if I have any more emeralds in here. I do. Okay, I'm going to grab a couple of stacks. Don't know that we're going to need them all, but I want to run down to the swamp and get some mending books. That should be a good start. Let's see here. Don't need it. Don't need that. Up there. Where's the sun? The sun is still up in the sky. Let's make a run for it here and see how far we can get. Come back, horse. So we've got emeralds, we've got books. I think that's all I really need. I did do a little work here at the stable. You can see these horses are all the same color here. I started like checking who is faster. So the horse I'm riding right now is not the original horse that I was on. I need to come up with some names for him or a naming convention. But yeah, this horse is much faster than the other horse. Okay, let's park here. Just see if I need anything real quick. I think I'm good there. Oh, let me see who's texting me here. Snowy Village map, Taiga map. Let's grab this one. This one is not totally exposed yet. Before we put it up in the map library, I think I want to expose it, so we'll take it with us just so it's closer to where we're going. The sun is still up in the sky. Any torches? I don't have any torches. That's okay. I keep thinking of things I want to do. Like, for example, I want to come up with banners for each village. There's so many things to do in this world. Okay. Sun is still pretty high in the sky. Okay. Down here, we have an intersection. So right here, this road continues forward to the Hilltop Village, which we will get to in the not too distant future. And then this is going to go off towards the Taiga, which is way over there. I think we might do a little work here in our upcoming streams. But first, like I was saying, I want to run down to the swamp. Let's see here. Get some mending books. I think in the next episode, I want to work on the armor. The armor's bad. Armor's real bad. Let's see here. Where's the sun? The sun's going down. I should probably take a bed with me just because it's gonna be nighttime before I get down there. Bed? No bed. Bed? I already stole this bed. Bed. Here's one. Alright. The road doesn't go any further, so I'm going to leave the horse here. And we'll just hoof it for a while. Oh yeah, I want to peek. Yeah, we're pretty well pretty well south of this. So let's run back down here and just leave this map. So that way when we head over in that direction, we can expose more of it. Up. There's a bed. Could have stole that bed. Pause for a moment here. My music is a little loud for me. There we go. What's today? Today's Saturday. Tuesday's episode is ready to go, and it is a really good one. I got a lot done. I took Onderman's advice and started work on it early. Rather than kind of waiting and just powered through after the previous episode. I got a lot done over in the desert, and I'm really excited for everybody to see it. Sun going down? Yeah. We have a bed, so we can start our way over there. Whoops, don't want to fall off the mountain. And then, like I said earlier in the stream, going camping tomorrow, my first camping trip of the year, so I'm very excited. Tesla was taken. Thank you so much for popping in and for becoming a member. I really, really appreciate that. Hopefully see you next week. Really cool to have different parts of the world in the stream. Get people chiming in and sharing what they're up to. I really think it's cool. Hello, dog. All right, let's run down to the swamp. Swim, swim, swim. Oh gosh, my swim is so slow. I had a helmet with like aqua affinity and all that on it, and respiration, and it broke. So I'm really slow, and I drown really easy now. Oh, a fallen tree. I haven't seen one of these yet. There's one. That's fun. I'm gonna go camping in a place that I've not camped before. So there is a lake that's just south of Mount Hood. So in the Pacific Northwest, there's a mountain range that kind of cuts across the whole thing. Oh, this is weird terrain. And most of the people, hello dog, most of the people who live in my part of the world, we live in the valley that is created by the mountain ranges. It's where all the cities and all that are. And the mountain range, it's called the Cascades. And so the mountain that I can see when I look out the window is called Mount Hood. It's a big old mountain, really cool looking. And just south of Mount Hood, there's a lake. There's a lot of lakes actually, but there's a lake called Detroit Lake. And I've been there before, but I've never camped there. It's not very far away. I think it's maybe a 2-hour drive for me. So it'll be easy to get to. The weather's okay. It's not like summery hot, but it's dry, which is really all I care about. And I'm only going to stay a couple of nights. But I'm excited to get out there and do that. I think I've got 3 camping trips planned so far this year. One this next couple of days that's just a solo camping trip. And then in July, I'm going for about a week, some friends. Way down south in Oregon, there's a big lake called Crater Lake. And it's actually I think it's the deepest lake in the United States. It's an old, like, volcanic crater, not like a meteor crater, but like an old volcano. So it's not crazy big, like you can kind of see the whole thing, but it's hard to explain. Like, it's way bigger than it looks. So when you're standing in front of it, you're like, there it is. But if you try to throw a rock, it's like, oh, I didn't even get close to it. It's really interesting, very weird looking kind of feature. But I haven't been down there since I was a kid, so I'm excited to do that. And that's with some friends. And then later in the summer, I'm going to a place on the Oregon coast that I've been to many, many times and I really like to go to. I've been going since I was a kid. And I'm going with my mom. She likes to go camping still, and it's nice to kind of hang out with her and cook on a campfire and that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm not a big fisher. I do go crabbing when I'm on the coast, usually just off a dock, but never really gotten into fishing. But hiking I do love to do. Hiking is very relaxing and meditative for me. Okay, let's be on the lookout for creepers here. They seem to always sneak up on me when I'm in the dark forests. I think that they let boats on this lake, if I remember correctly. So I'm not sure what to expect as far as like noise and that kind of thing. One kind of silly thing that I've gotten into, I went camping last year with some friends, and he brought a magnet to do like magnet fishing. So what it is like a big magnet, big as in like maybe like as big as like a teacup or a coffee cup, and it's on some rope, and you go off of like a dock or a pier or that kind of thing, and you just throw it in the water, and then you see what you pull up. And what's fun about like docks and piers and things is people drop stuff or lose stuff, so occasionally you find like tools or pieces of machinery, who knows. And it's fun. It's just kind of a weird, like, let's see what we get kind of thing. A little bit like archaeology in Minecraft. Just kind of pull stuff up. Oh, there's a zombie. Run away. Where is the swamp? I feel like I should be there. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think it's gonna be fun. Bum. And we made it. Where's the sun? Oh, sun's still high in the sky. Nice. Let's see, is this our guy? Depth Strider, Curse of Vanishing, Mending. 36. I really should do the zombie trick with these guys. No, not Depth Strider, Mending. 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 Awesome. He's got name tags too. 20 seems like a lot. So, yeah, again, the idea here is where you need armor, and mending books are going to be important for the armor. So I will do that, I think, in a upcoming episode, but I just wanted to kind of prepare for these. And we get back before the sun goes down. Maybe. We're in the desert now, so we don't need to bring any sand back with us. We do need lanterns, but we will need lanterns down here as well. Nothing else we need to take with us. Well, hello, wandering trader. Pale oak log. Still haven't found a pale oak forest yet. Slime. Nothing we need. Go this way. I don't have a boat. Make a boat. What else fun's been going on? I'm a little bit of a tech nerd, so a lot of the latest announcements from like Apple and Google and stuff like that have been really fun to follow. So that's what I've been kind of doing with my non-Minecraft time. Had a really interesting doctor's visit. So I go in for allergy shots every week. I've been doing it for almost a year. Always had allergies my whole life. Sneezy, itchy nose, and runny nose, and just kind of miserable. And when I was younger, I used to be a smoker back in the day. Quit that years ago, and my allergies got a little better when I did that, but just still, you know, there's so much trees and grass and flowers in my part of the world. Everything makes me miserable. Is this a safe place to sleep? Let's hope. No creepers, please. So anyway, talked to my doctor. Like, yeah, you'd be a good candidate for allergy shots. And so you go in and you get tested. They poke you a million times with different things to see what you're allergic to. And I'm allergic to everything. And then they cook up this concoction that they inject you with every week. And they start with a very low dose, and then they kind of work you up to a bigger dose. I can't swim all the way back. We're going to have to make a boat. And so I've been doing it since September. The other thing I do is I do an inhaler just to keep my lungs clear and all that, you know, like asthma and all that kind of stuff. And it's been messing with my voice a little bit, so I've been scaling back on that. Like, I've even noticed when I do videos that I'm like, I sound different, or my voice sounds, I'm losing it. And I think it's the inhaler, so I'm trying to scale back on that. But the allergy shots, go in every week, get a shot, you sit around for half an hour, and then you leave. And this last time I went and got a shot, my heart rate and my blood pressure dropped like crazy. Where I was like, I don't feel very good. And they started checking me out, and they're like, oh yeah, something is up. And so they just kind of watched me for a while. And my pulse got like really low, like 40 something beats per minute. And my blood pressure was really low. And they checked everything out. My lungs were fine, and I didn't get rashy or anything. So it wasn't like an allergic reaction. It was just some other kind of like symptomatic reaction to, you know, I might have been dehydrated or stressed or different things, and then that with the shot, just body freaked out a little bit. It was very weird. Don't recommend it. Yeah, I've been fine and all that, but yeah, very weird bodies. Okay, boat achieved. Let's see if we can figure out where to connect up so we can get our horse back. Do, 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 do. I can reach my coffee here. There we go. The other exciting thing, I suppose, in this part of the world is a lot of protesting going on. I live not so far from a like public gathering area where there's like usually there's like a splash pad that kids play in the summertime, and there's like picnic area, and food carts, things like that. There was a little protest this morning there, and there's a lot of them happening all across the country today. A lot of people are not thrilled with how our current leadership is handling things. So, yeah, keeping kind of one eye on the news just to see how things go today. Very interesting. Is that my farm? Yeah, that's my mob farm over there. That's cool. I didn't realize we were this close to the land over here. And one thing that's funny about politics, not that a lot of it is very funny, but you assume that, there's the whole learn history or you're doomed to repeat it kind of saying. And you assume that once we make mistakes or, we learn from things that we check that box, won't do that again. But invariably, we do stuff again. And it's fascinating because things like technology, if we figure something out now, the next generation gets to benefit from that. They pick up where we left off and they go to the next thing. So things like computers and automobiles and medicine, they all keep kind of marching forward, and we keep building on the previous work of others. But things like, are those bushes? Yeah, those are bushes. How fun. What do I need? Do I need shears to pick those up? Things like, yes, racism or, gender politics, stuff like that. Those things are not passed down from, that's not generationally sustainable. Everybody has to learn it from square one again. And that's kind of a bummer and too bad, because it'd be nice if we figured something out and then the next generation just went with that. But nope, every single generation has to start from square one and figure it all out again. And the longer you stick around, you start to see cycles and patterns, things kind of repeat themselves. And it's all pretty interesting, pretty fascinating. One thing I love a lot is music, and you, as time goes on, typically used to see patterns in that. Things would sort of come back, into style and stuff like that. But that has changed quite a lot with how music works, mainly because, like when I was a kid, there was stuff on the radio, so that was kind of what you listened to. It's whatever they kind of told you to listen to, the tastemakers and all of that. But now with the internet, everything is new. Anybody can listen to anything anytime they want. It used to be music was on the radio. You could go to a record store and you could buy something, buy a CD or whatever, but that was it. And now you can literally listen to any song anytime. So people growing up today have access to everything. They can listen to whatever's new. They can listen to whatever their friends are listening to, but they can also listen to like the Beatles or classical music or 80s music or 70s music or jazz, and it's all kind of equally accessible, which I think is really cool. But there's no nostalgia anymore because things don't go away. Back in the day, stuff was on TV, and then when it wasn't on TV, it was gone. There was no way to watch it again. Movies, you could go to a store and rent it, or if you had like HBO or Cinemax, things like that, you could watch something again. But now you can watch anything generally anytime you want, which is cool. But again, there's no nostalgia anymore. So I'm curious what the world will look like going forward with that sort of accessibility. And the kids today, when they're older, will the world feel different to them when they are older? Will things change that much? Probably will, but it's really hard to imagine what that will look like. Anyway, that's my TED Talk. Okay, let's drop some stuff off here. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, gonna hang on to the bed. Need the boat right now. Let's put the boat. This place is kind of a mess, just kind of a catch-all. So just put it all in here. Mending books. Let's leave them in this, so I know where they are. Mending. My hope is once I have the armor that I can get some stuff out of the enchanting table, and then if we need XP, hopefully our new XP farm will provide that. So that'll be great. Let's drop off the emeralds. Fantastic. I'm gonna take some of this with me. I have a plan for that. Yeah, that should do it. We're doing pretty good. Oh yeah, bushes. Let's leave you over here. Rotten flesh, don't need you. Bones. One thing I was thinking about, I carry a bundle with me so I can carry all my little misc stuff, And I know some people, like I watched a video that Exuma did where he did some really smart and creative things with bundles. And I was thinking about like, how else could I implement bundles? Sleep. Because you can do some pretty fascinating things like, I could carry a bundle for my arrows, potentially, and then they don't all have to be the same type of arrow. They'd still only take one type of slot. But if I carried slowness arrows or poison arrows, they could all occupy one slot. That'd be kind of cool. He did some other things where he had like a little kind of emergency kit where he could make something and it all just occupied one slot. Clever stuff. Never utilized them in that way. Let's drop that off too. Okay, let's build a road. Every time I read by this stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do that. Oh yeah, I gotta do that. I was thinking about building something, I don't know where to build it, but like a long straightaway and maybe 50 blocks or something like that. And I could just use tripwires to like start a redstone clock and then stop a redstone clock. And then I could run the horses through it and see which horse is actually fastest. I feel like somebody did something like that on Hermitcraft years ago. Might have been Doc. I can't remember, but anyway, you can kind of get a feel for if a horse is fast or not. But it'd be interesting to find out, empirically which one is the fastest horse. And it doesn't really matter as far as seconds or minutes. I could just have it like a clock that starts spitting out items, and then it would be like this horse is 10 items fast, where that horse is 12 items fast. This time is, just a construct, really. So, yeah, that'd be a fun thing to do. Let's see, I think I moved my donkeys down here. Yep, there they are. Don't die. There we go. Ooh, that's kind of a big cliff there. Ooh, I didn't even see this. It's spooky. You have a bed over here. All right. This is pretty flat. This is not very flat. Somehow the road needs to get from up here way down here. And I think we could probably do it in little stages. I feel like it gets pretty steep over here too. Yeah, fairly steep. So like kind of cutting through a little bit would probably be smart so that we don't go, super steep, flat, super steep. It'd be nice to just kind of gradually descend. Another cave over here. Sketchy too. Yeah, I don't have a great idea. I think like just gradual. So we'd probably end up building up a little bit initially and then cutting through this so that it was a nice gradual slope. If I were smart, I would figure out what the actual elevation change is and then kind of do some math. I don't know if I'm going to do that. So yeah, slowly slope down, and then we would cut through some of that to continue that gentle slope. That's probably the move. And we'll likely have to do a lot of terraforming. Some of this is ugly anyway. And I feel like we'll get kind of close to this cliff here. Oh, we'll see what happens. How gentle do we make the slope? We went like 4. Slab, slab, slab. And then full block, full block, full block. Slab, slab, slab. That'd probably be a good start. So this would be like slab, 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 and then full block here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go slabs again. 1, 2, 4. So here's what I was talking about, where we'll have to do some terraforming to kind of frame up the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go down again. Make sure I'm doing this right. Slabs, that's full blocks. That's slabs, so then it would be full blocks. Slab, full block. Slab, no, that's not right. Slab, full blocks here, and then we need the slabs to line up with the full block. Oops. And I don't have enough dirt. And that might not be fast enough. Well, maybe it would be. It's really hard to tell. I should do the math. Really should do the math. Do I have more dirt over here with the donkeys? Yes, dirt, 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 dirt. Okay. So where are we at here? We are at 104 elevation. And where are we ending up? Where's the sun? The sun's going down. Let's see here. Come down, down, down. That's pretty flat. Where are we at now? We are at 68. 104 down to 68. Do, 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 do. And 4 down to 68. So let's do some math here. -4 minus 68 is 36, and then hello donkey. We need to descend 36 blocks over this run. I could measure the run as well. Let's see, if we went 36 times 8, 288 blocks. Seems like too long. Where are we at here? We are at $12.96. Where are we here? 12.96, 13.46. Sleep, 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 sleep. Okay, so this is only 50 blocks away. Which direction did I come from? I'm totally lost. Oh, there it is. That's about 50 blocks. And 288. I don't think we're going to fit in there. So we're going to descend a little faster than we initially thought. And if we need to flatten out for a bit, we can do that. Math is fun. So let's say we go 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3 slabs. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3 full blocks. 2, 3. then 1, 2, 3 slabs. These will be full blocks. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Slab, blonk, blonk, blonk. Full block, blonk, blonk, blonk. Slab, blonk, blonk. And then full blocks. One, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 slabs. We're gonna need a lot of dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. Three, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This seems like it's gonna work. Then we'll descend one more. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Mostly fantastic. Like I said, we're gonna have to do a lot of terraforming here. We make this, because we're gonna put blocks on top of this, so it'll be even taller. Is it gonna be, are we gonna descend too slowly? We could descend faster. We could do 2 blocks rather than 3. I don't mind there being like a little flat part between the ascending part, but like we're gonna have to do so much terraforming on the side here to build this up so it looks natural. Let me think about it for a minute. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. So, hang tight. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. 2 would be better. Space for flat area. Probably right. I'm real bad at estimating. Yeah, I feel like this... I thought it was going to descend at a reasonable rate, and maybe it would. But yeah, I don't mind there being a little flat area, and then we can descend fast again. So, let's try 2. So, slab, slab, full blocks. Full block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, a skeleton. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's definitely descending faster. But the 2, 2, 2 is not unprecedented. We've done that in a couple of other places, so it won't feel, out of place. It'll definitely save dirt. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're approaching the natural curve here, which is nice. Won't have to do as much terraforming. Okay. And then another 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Two, 3, 4, 4. We won't have to do 0 terraforming, but a little less, which is good. The sun is heading down. See if we can get one more layer on here. Two, 3, 4. Oh, getting dark. Nice. Looks pretty good. These caves, sort of. I don't really need to worry about anything coming up there. this. A cave. Sort of a cave. Okay. Man, just tearing through the dirt. One, two. Two, three, four. Yeah, that's gonna work. It looks like we'll need to cut through some of these hills, so we'll reclaim some dirt we can use for terraforming over here. That'll be nice. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Oops. One, two, three, four. Okay, and now we could potentially go flat for a little bit. Or we could go one more. One, two, three, four. Because we don't want to build up around it. We want the road to be in the dirt. So this is where the road will go. Nice. Great. That is awesome. Yeah, still a lot of terraforming, but this is a good start. And then you could barrel right through here, or potentially jog over a little bit. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, so like, there's the edge of the road. Here, I guess? So here we would need to cut through this, whereas if we come over a bit, we go around it. So let's put a torch here just so we know what we're aiming for. Yeah, we can do that. This edge is going to end up there. Somehow. it's almost moving over a full road width. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scoot over just a little bit. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. We can scoot over a little bit more. 2, 3, 4, 6. Oops. And a little bit of a jog there. And if we dig through this, we'll be kind of down there to start, and then we can again just do a little bit of a slope down to the forest floor. Is that? It is. I can actually see it from here. I didn't realize that. How weird. I don't see... Oh, there I see some of the spruce trees. It must be like right on the edge. That's fascinating. This all looks like just normal oak and birch. Well, that's where we're headed. One, 2, 3, 5. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll need to do a bit of terraforming on this side, but not nearly as much as up there. That's pretty reasonable. So it jogs over here. I want to do like a pre-jog to a head over here. So and the sun is going down. Sleep, 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 sleep. Okay. This is the jog here. I'm gonna come over. Yep. There we go. And one more time, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let my road get skinnier. I'm only 4 wide. What was I? Is that what I did up here? No. It's 5 wide. For some reason I just sort of ignored the left-hand side. How weird of me. Oops. It's weird. I tried to catch myself with the dirt and ended up doing a scope. We don't want to do that. Oops. Okay. Strangest thing I've done in a long time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to jog over 2 before, so it'll be right there. 2. One, 2, 3. There we go. That was weird. Somehow I brainwashed myself into thinking the road was only 4 wide. Always been 5 wide. Okay, so that means a fair amount of terraforming on this side. Fair amount of terraforming on this side. A little bit of cleanup here. A little bit of cleanup here. And then we'll take the road through here. And then down the hill to the forest. I think it'll be a while till we get over here to do some like work as far as like villages and things. Because right now we're working towards the desert, and then we still have the hilltop village that we haven't, you know, done anything with. There we go. But then we'll eventually get over here and off towards that Taiga village. And it's raining. And it's thundering. No creepers, please. That's the worst part about thunder, is the mobs come out. Are we safe? I think we're safe. Oh, horse, don't fall off. Okay. Cool. I feel great about this. I also love, like, when you're coming up the hill here. Let me back up a little bit. Fish, 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 fish. We're going to be coming up from the forest, and like right here to your left, you can see a little peak of the portal, and then over here you see these towers from the bridge. I think that's a cool preview of what's coming up. And here we'll be able to see the backside of the portal. That looks great. And then here again, we get a little preview of the bridge. I think that's a really neat feature. Just like when you're here, you get a little glimpse of the village. And then like when you're down at the stable, you know, you can kind of see the bridge from there as well. That's just super cool. From up here, as we're riding across, we might get a little preview of the road down there. So that'll be a nice little feature as well. And I'm thinking we'll probably put a sign here, and then probably put one here. Maybe here, but probably here. That way, from like right here, you can see that's what's that way, that's what's that way, and make a choice. Yeah, that's gonna look great. This is ultimately what we'll need to do. Bring it up like this. And make it look kind of natural. I don't like one wide things next to the road. I prefer it if it's two. Just looks way better, but that's going to involve even more of a gentle slope. Something like that. Whoops. Didn't see all these guys. I don't think they can get to me. That was a devastating hit. Well, maybe they can get to me. Well, that was fun. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of work. Well, we'll save that for another time. I'm pretty pleased with this. I was fearing it was going to be a lot more work and a lot uglier, but it's actually a nice little area. And this sort of stuff, I think I'm actually going to leave just because it's weird and interesting. I was afraid I was going to have to cover up some of this over here, but I think it's going to be fine. Grab our horse, don't fall in the ravine. Let's make our way back over to a weird inventory. I forgot Horses have inventory. Let's head back to the map library and we'll wrap things up for the day. So today we started off by running down to the swamp, and we grabbed some mending books, which we will utilize in an upcoming episode. We'll finally get some decent armor. And then we ran over here, did a bunch of road work, preliminary road work, which I think is going to look great. And actually accomplished a lot more than I thought I was gonna. This place is getting so big. If we had an elytra, we could just kind of whip across the whole place, but the horseback really kind of gets you down in it, and you get to see the whole world. Once we get it kind of fleshed out a little bit more, I should start doing some like videos of just riding across the world. It might be entertaining and relaxing. So Tuesday episode is ready to go. Lots gets done. Very, very excited for you all to see that. And then I'm going to go camping for a little bit. And then when I get back, I'll get to work on the next episode and have a plan for what I'm going to do in that episode. Armor will be one of the things. Welcome to the streams. I was just actually getting ready to wrap up. Really glad you're here. It's actually a Java world, so I don't have a server to join. That's something I definitely need to look into. See if we can get a way to come up with a multiplayer world that people could play in. That'd be kind of fun. Doesn't feel fair that Bedrock, like every Bedrock world, is potentially a multiplayer world. But Java, you have to be on a server. Where's my leash? There it is. Bonk, bonk. I don't know if I shared yet, but I grew some trees and cut the leaves off and did a little of this. Looks way better. There are some spoilers here. You can kind of see down in the corner of the map, some of the desert is exposed. I don't want to spoil anything. Cut this off, cut the leaves off. Nice. All right. Well, pretty happy with what we got done today. Got a new member. That's very exciting for the channel. Tesla has became a member, so they'll get access to episodes early, some members only stuff, which is pretty cool. So that was a nice addition to the channel. Yeah. Next episode or next stream will be next Saturday, and I think we'll switch back to the other end of the world, to the desert side, because there's that tunnel that kind of leads from the jungle to the desert, and we need to A, put some floor in there, some lighting, and then B, there's some caves that are intersecting it, and we need to either explore them or cover them up, so we'll figure that out. But yeah, that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for popping in. Nice to talk to everybody. It's a fairly active stream today, which is nice to have some people share and chime in and all that. So yeah, episode Tuesday, look out for that. Thanks for joining the membership, and I will see you next weekend. Bye-bye.